Hi, I'm John, and this is part 19 of my F1 23 career mode series. And in this part, we'll be racing on the Circuit of the Americas in Texas, USA. Okay, here we are in Texas, and the rumors turned out to be true. The chassis regulations are going to change going into next year, so I think all the teams are now trying to secure all the upgrades they have on the chassis side of R&D to not lose performance next year. So yeah, it's gonna be exciting at the turn of the season to see which teams potentially lose performance and which teams manage to gain performance. But yeah, the other bit of news going into this weekend is that Daniel Ricciardo is back in the second AlphaTauri. His broken wrist has healed and he is ready to race again. So yeah, I think Liam Lawson did a pretty good job as the reserve. Even scored some points in the last race in Qatar, so yeah. The weather forecast for the weekend seems to be dry, but there is a very slight chance of rain at the end of the race, but I doubt it will get to that, so most likely it's gonna stay dry. So yeah, let's jump into qualifying and see how we perform. Let's go with the balanced setup. And yeah, let's hit the track. Alright, felt like a decent lap. I'm sure there's room to improve. A few tenths faster than Alex, so that's nice. Let's do one last run at the end. I hope I didn't wait too long. I lost a lot of time there at the hairpin. Yep.
With qualifying finished, it's time to remind ourselves once again of our top three: Verstappen, Perez, and Lando Norris. With qualifying wrapped up now, we have our grid lineup for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race.
Yeah, just couldn't get a lap together and made a mistake on my second and final run, so I didn't even improve on my initial time. So yeah, P16 in the end, still ahead of my teammate. I think that's the most important thing, but yeah, it's gonna be tough to fight for any points starting from here, but yeah, let's see how the race goes.
Here we are then in one of the fastest growing cities in the United States, the fabulous Austin in the great state of Texas. The circuit itself, 14 miles southeast of the city centre, has been home to the US Grand Prix since 2012, the latest in a long list of iconic tracks to have that honour. We're racing then today in Travis County, Texas, around the 20 corners of this wonderful Circuit of the Americas. We'll be reaching speeds of around 200 miles per hour here today, and there are plenty of good opportunities to pass, especially through the two DRS zones into turn 1 and the long back straight into turn 12. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position, edging out Sergio Perez, who lines up P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Oscar Piastri, Leclerc, Fernando Alonso, Ricciardo, Sainz, Ocon, Stroll, Hamilton, Russell, Bottas, Gasly, Tsunoda, Mäkinen, Albon, Zhou, Hulkenberg, and Kevin Magnussen fills the last spot on the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track. It's race day yet again, and joining me for a chat is Natalie Pinkham. Now, our racers are certainly in for a rough day today. What will you be watching for as they go down into turn 1?
There has been an exponential growth in the popularity of Formula One, and it is fantastic to see. This is the glue that's bonding families together. This is the talking point on a Sunday afternoon as they sit round and watch the race as a unit. I love the fact that people are starting to appreciate the various nuances of the sport, the fact there are so many layers to it. This is the cutting edge of technology, but there's also so much personality and sacrifice, personal sacrifice, that gets drivers and race teams where they are today.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Yep. So 8 laps on the softs and 12 laps on the mediums. Alright, let's see if those softs last. Let's do it.
Focus now for the rest of the race.
Yep.
DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Copy.
Full race updates. You've got 11th, that's 11th place. Sainz ahead, less than a second separates you. They're on old mediums. Stroll behind. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on old mediums. Okay, gap to leader, 8.4 seconds. Your pit window opens in 5 laps time. 5 laps. Okay, 18 laps to go.
Copy. I'm already sliding around a bit. Tires are definitely going. Teammate status.
Gap to your teammate behind is 6.1 seconds. They're on old mediums. They're currently 17th place, and the time last lap was a 1:43.2.
Last lap time.
Okay, so the last lap time was a 1:40.6.
Copy.
Okay mate, don't worry about the damage. I've got some new strategy options if you go and check your MFD.
Keep current.
Okay, copy that. Okay, we might want to consider pitting early. There are bunched up cars ahead of us. We're approaching the pit window and you're going to be on mediums.
Yeah, I think we should stick to the plan. The tires are pretty dead already, but...
Grip is probably dropping due to wear, so don't be too aggressive.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. Someone just hit me.
Okay, we think the underbody's incurred some slight damage, but nothing too serious at the moment. Just be careful.
Copy.
Okay, off we go, back into the race. That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Okay, safety car deployed. Safety car's been deployed. Watch your delta. Make sure
Are you kidding me?
Catch the pack. Okay, the officials have deployed the safety car due to multiple cars being stopped on track. Mind your delta.
That's the worst possible timing. Oh well.
We've done all right so far, but this is a chance to take a breath. We've got another half of this race to go, and there's still a big opportunity there.
Yep. All that work undone. And now we're starting from the back, and we have only half the race distance. Alright. Let's do it.
Okay, we'll be getting underway in just a moment. Stand by. The underbody's taken some damage. You might start to notice it soon.
We're in front.
Okay, that's Alexander ahead. Our gap to the car in front is 1.7 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Okay, they've got 4 laps on their tyres. Your last lap time was a 1:41.4. Alright, you're falling back by 1/10 a lap.
I think my tire advantage is fading. Race updates.
And you've got P13, P13. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 1.3 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Okay, shoes behind you now. Okay, the gap behind is 1.6 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. The distance to the leader is 11.2 seconds. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. Okay, just 5 laps until the end.
Yep.
Okay, be careful. We think you're going to start losing some tyre grip anytime now.
Copy.
Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 1.6 seconds. And that's just 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Alex spun.
Safety car. No overtaking, reduce your pace. Keep your delta number positive as we form up. Okay, watch your pace. We've been informed the safety car is out. There appears to have been an issue with multiple stock vehicles on the track.
We don't have any new soft tires, do we?
slow down, slow down. Your delta's negative, which means you're going too fast. Reduce your pace. Alexander's dropped out of the race.
Copy.
Okay, we've got 4 laps of fuel remaining.
That's plenty.
Let's get ready to go racing again. The safety car is in this lap. When the field accelerates, remember there's no overtaking until the timing line. Safety car in this lap.
Well, it's certainly been an incredible year for Formula One, and our drivers have all pushed themselves this season, making it one of the most compelling years of racing in history. There can only be one champion, however, and here they are now, our new Formula One World Drivers' Champion. Aston Martin deserved a win today, and they got it. So, Natalie, what do you think helped them deliver this result?
I want to know if that was as easy as it looked. An absolute masterclass today.
Aston Martin's performance today has shown that they can be competitive with the biggest names in the sport. They're making their way out to the podium as we speak, and the reaction from the crowd must be incredibly uplifting for them. So let's see what effect this result has had on the drivers' standings. And this also means there's no catching our leader anymore. And we crown a new World Drivers' Champion. So then, Natalie Pinkham, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
I think it has to be Fernando Alonso. He got the strategy spot on and consistently had the pace to come through as well.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. No change in the top spot then, but with today's points, their hold on that lead is getting weaker. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action. I can't wait to see what's next.
Okay, well, that was quite a hectic race. I feel like I had a really good first stint. I had a great start to the race on the softs. I think I passed like 5 cars into turn 1, and yeah, I had good pace, but the soft tires didn't last that long, and I was really struggling on lap 8, I think, when I had to pit. And yeah, unfortunately there was the red flag caused by Tsunoda and one of the Haas cars, and yeah, that was just the most unfortunate timing for myself and for the others who boxed both the Red Bull cars and I think Gasly. So yeah, we dropped back to the back of the grid with only half of the race remaining. So yeah, everyone else was on the hards. So again, I had the tire advantage when I was on the mediums. So yeah, I had good pace in the beginning of the second half of the race, but then again at the end I think my pace dropped a bit. But yeah, just couldn't get up there into the top 10 to fight for any points. Yeah, it's a shame what happened to Alex. He spun around while I was chasing him, and then I think so hit him and they both were out of the race. So yeah, but as I said, we weren't fighting for any points. We weren't too far, but just far enough that they were out of reach. So yeah, but it was a fun drive. It's a fun track around here, so yeah. And it's of course amazing to see Fernando Alonso get a win after his return to the sport. Obviously he's one of the legendary drivers on the grid, a double world champion, and yeah, it's cool to see that he got a win. The race restart was quite strange. Piastri started on pole and looks like he just didn't get going, and Fernando got into P1 from P4. So yeah, he had a great start, and I think that sealed the win for him. But yeah, not our weekend, but it was a fun drive, a fun race. So yeah, thanks for watching. Like the video if you liked it, and subscribe to stay tuned for more.